I'm like, dude, I'm like, it's mayonnaise, mustard, light pepper, salt for taste, okay? Maybe dill, celery. Ooh, like celery stalk, celery. Is celery powder a thing? I'm sure it probably is, but like, dude, just straight up little canoe boat slices, if you will. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're getting somewhere, Kim. We're getting somewhere. We could totally do this. That's like grandma's like, dude, green chili is literally so easy, and I'm like, I will never make green chili as good as you do. I don't, I don't even want to, like, just defile your name by trying to attempt it. Although I do need to get her to chicken scratch that recipe down for me. So are all the recipes that you're seeing like almost identical except for technically the protein? Hmm. Okay. So first you wet the dries and then you dry the wets and and then you wet the dries. Hmm. See, that's really goofy because I feel like any maybe it's just like a home styled thing. Like I don't think I've ever had a macaroni salad that was like oil based or like vinegar or like a vinaigrette. I honestly swear like for okay, here would be my thing. Chicken, chicken, potato, or egg would be mayonnaise based, and maybe the mac and cheese would be fucking Miracle Whip. Boom. Because the sweeter flavors probably, and it is like a lighter consistency. It's not as thick as mayonnaise. Because like if I want a beefy ass, fucking, um, I'm gonna look like a fat ass here, but if I eat tuna sandwiches, I don't buy those skimpy little stupid cans that like you feed to your fucking cat. You know, I get like the big one that's probably more than you need. You know, that's like a whole dinner type shit. You know, you're supposed to make it with something. Nope. I'm like that bitch goes straight into a bowl. Uh, like you know your big spoons. I don't even know what those are technically for, but um, it's like two, maybe three, like scoops of fucking mayonnaise. And you stir it up into a nice consistency, drained, of course, because that's weird if you don't drain your tuna. And then, you know, I could probably make anywhere between like 4 to 6 okay sized tuna sandwiches, but no, you have to go above that, okay? You gotta shoot for the stars, otherwise you're going nowhere, Kim. We'll make two sandwiches out of plain white fucking not even Wonder Bread, homie. Just like 89-cent King Soopers white bread. Okay? That's how I live my life. And you know what? It's a plus if you've got some like spicy nacho Doritos laying around or something, you know, like the real dusty, crunchy shit in the bottom, and you're just like, I am such a child, Jesus Christ. Hmm. Hmm. You could make like a cock sleeve, like just cut a circle out of the center of the tuna sandwich and just stick a corn dog in there. Fuck! I love corn dogs. But do you see what I'm saying? Because, like, the consistency of mayonnaise is thicker than Miracle Whip. It's so much thinner. So I would make macaroni salad with Miracle Whip. I feel like the oil, like, I'd have to try whatever that recipe is for it because oil, vinegar, and it still had mayonnaise in it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really love slippery stuff, okay, in all forms, but I don't think I need my macaroni to be oil's weird for me and like it's too like it's too viscous, you know? Like I feel like that'd be really weird. Like you're putting something that's supposed to be like semi thick, you know, like I can pick this up on a spoon and maybe tilt it and like have it not like immediately slide off. It's gonna like hang on for a minute versus like I'm just imagining like an actual like salad dressing to where it's like, yeah, if you put fucking noodles on that bitch, they're gonna be like, whoop, you know? And like I don't want my macaroni salad to be like that, bro. Like that shit's thick as fuck. And it also includes potatoes, eggs, and chicken. Oh my god, there's a female vocalist doing clean singing behind the guy going raw. That's kind of my favorite. I wonder if Continuum has the female vocalist because it's featuring Nicholas Carlson, but that's totally spelt foreign as fuck. It's interesting. Doesn't it always sound so good? Like, okay, I hate metalcore because I hate when dudes are like, I can do the whole, shit, and then they go, and you're like, okay, that just ruined everything for me. But it sounds so much better when the dude is like, and then you have a chick do the whole like, la la la, because it sounds really cool. And you can layer the vocals without actually having to layer in the studio, which I feel like is like kind of cheating, you know? Like you sound better because you literally layered two completely opposite sounds together. Maybe it's just me. I have a weakness for like death metal, deathcore with female clean sings. If you're doing that male clean singing thing, get it really, really, really far away from me. Get it as far away from me as macaroni salad with vinegar and oil. Oh hey, time is not fast forwarding at a ridiculous rate today. Jesus. I don't know how you're feeling about today, but I'm like looking at the clock. I'm like, it's only 7 now. I'm like, yesterday, by the time I felt like this and I looked at the clock, it was fucking 9. And I was like, oh, dear God, I'm going to feel like shit when I go to work. And guess what? When I got up to go to work, I was like, I feel like shit. The alien invasion is finally over. I accomplished stuff today too. I made that grill. I had to okay. I had to clean the grill because, like I said, Mark went home early because he like didn't feel good, and hi Bean. Um, and then Kenya, for some weird reason, was supposed to stay there until close and like didn't say anything to anybody. He just like bro was like on a mission to go home, I guess. I don't know what was more important at home. I mean, I guess honestly, in a list of fucking a bajillion things, everything at home is more important than being at Wendy's. But my man's did not sweep, did not scrub. He didn't even fill up the mop bucket. He just grabbed we have like a gardening tool um to like water your flowers, like that weird bucket with like the neck and then it has the spout that's like multi-hold. hmm That was filled with mop water. And he just walked from one end of the store to the other with it and then on while on the phone, left hand holding phone, mop right hand but dragging behind him and just dragged the mop through the store. And then all of a sudden, Kenya was not there anymore. Like the Mexican lady, like for whatever she can say, was like Kenya, but like questionably. And I was like, I don't know. And then Omar came out of the office and was like, "Where's Kenya?" And I was like, "Am I his fucking babysitter? I don't know. I'm not Kenya's keeper, bro. Check the fucking. You're the manager, bro. Go check the computer. That nigga clocked the fuck out, bro. He didn't say goodbye. Why would he say goodbye to me? I'm not the manager." Do you want me to be the manager? Because, like, I can promise you, I will fucking promise you we're closing early, like, every night. I'll lie about it. I don't even give a shit. Hi, welcome to Wendy's. Unfortunately, our computers are rebooting at the moment. It'll take like 10 to 15 minutes for them to come back online. If you would like to return, I can still totally take your order, but until that time, there isn't anything that I can do. Oh, okay, sorry. Thank you. Have a good night. No, please, totally come back in like 10 to 15 minutes and I can totally take your order. They'll be like, uh-huh. They're going to fucking Taco Bell. Goodbye. I'm sorry. Like, it's not that hard. But anyways, yeah. So, yeah, just like like he was gone. He like Kenya left. Omar's in the office. It's me and Mexican lady. God, that sounds so shitty, but she has a name, I promise. Um, I just don't fucking know it, okay? Every time I meet like a Mexican person at the store, I know her name. Literally, I was like talking to her when I dropped her off. And then, like, I just do this weird thing when I get home, and I completely forget everybody's names when I get home. I forget Omar's name all the time. I'm like the black guy that I work with. Um, God, it's something really simple too. Anyways, yeah. So she closed down the sandwich station. Um, and like did sweep after Kenya. And then I was cleaning the grill, the fry station, and doing dishes, and then scrubbed the floor and mopped it. And to be fair, while I was like cleaning the grill, I would go back every like couple minutes to make sure that I'm like running a whole new thing of dishes through the machine. And um that sweet abuelita Mexican lady was bringing me like dishes back to the pit. So I didn't have to like walk up there to grab shit, but was also like she cleaned like half the fry station for me, which was really cool. Cause like every time I walked past it, I was like, "Fuck, bro!" I was like, it's like damn near an hour after we closed, and I was like, "There's still a basket of fucking chicken nuggets chilling." Like, there's still fries. Like, I was like, we're just like, oh my god, we're just never gonna get around to this. And yeah, no, she was super awesome. So, and then she said, um, oh wow, that dude's fucking hardcore cheating. Hello, tee hee. I hope you like getting reported. My man's just looked at both me and my teammate and just like basically like tapped L2 and then it snapped immediately onto my head and he went boom 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 boom, hit L2, tapped to my teammate's head and it went boom 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 boom. We were dead, both of us were dead in like fucking 2 seconds. Enjoy the report, my friend. Um But yeah, so yeah, the chick was like blah 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 blah, El Casa, and then she made a hand gesture like a steering wheel, and I just took that as take her home, and I put my thumb up and I said, "See," and then she went, "Gracias." I was like, "All right, cool." And then yeah, on the like, it's so hard to like talk to her because I don't know enough Spanish to understand, and she doesn't know enough English. So Omar usually uses like the Google Translate app, which I should probably get on my phone honestly because it's fucking amazing how far that technology has gone. You just literally like you tap English, you talk into it as English, and then you tap a button that says Translate to, and then you pick a fucking language. Like that's nuts. Hmm. Oh shit. That was pretty cool too, and so are the like the fucking Google G1 glasses or whatever. Cause they like do it in real time or some shit. I don't know. Those things are wild too. Like I don't know. They have like meta Google G1 fucking Ray Bans that like can take pictures from your glasses and have like an interface inside of them. Like if you don't believe that we're living in the future, you're fucking tripping. You know? No, that's awesome. That's so cool. What an experience, dude. That'd be so wicked too. Like I want to be able to look at something that's like I don't have any idea what that is, and then just like roll a pen over it, and then it like reads it to you. That'd be sick. Oh yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah. You could totally get used to the what are those called? Kanjis? It's kanji, right? For their alphabet. But yeah, because at that point, like you could like hover over something, and you're like, this is supposed to be the, and then you can like write it yourself, and then kind of see how accurate you are with it. So you're like not fucking up the kanjis, because I know like I've seen some pretty crazy ones that are like so close to each other that like they mean completely different things. So like you'd be better off speaking it than writing it, you know? That's why we need that little cricket from Mulan because he'd just be like, he was so cool. I want, I wanted that fucking cricket. He sounds cool. Okay, if I unplug this controller for 2 seconds, is it gonna fucking die? Probably. Oh, I hate this controller. I spent... Okay, it was only like 40 bucks because it was pre-owned, but like now I think I understand why it was pre-owned. It started giving me issues like a month or two after I got it. I was like, oh yay, it doesn't have stick drift. I was like, the grips are still kind of grippy. I was like, the buttons don't feel sticky. And then all of a sudden it was like, battery low, battery low. And now it's literally like, instead of being like battery low, you have like, I don't know, 5 minutes before you have to like actually plug it back in before it dies. It's like battery low, disconnected. You know, like it cuts itself off, and I'm like, oh, thanks, cool. I am in the middle of shit, so I just leave it plugged in. Actually, last night before I was like talking to you, it did that exact thing. I unplugged it so I could charge my phone for a minute. It disconnected as I was being like down, you know, like I got shot and went down. And like I could revive myself with the thing that I had, but it like it bricked the entire system. It was goofy. Like it was just like please connect controller, and I would tap the PlayStation button and the lights would come on the controller, but it wouldn't let me do anything. And like my teammate was trying to pick me up and he picked me up, and then I just couldn't do anything. I had to touch my PlayStation buttons, and I don't do that. I hate touching the console buttons. If you can control it from the controller, don't touch my fucking PlayStation, you know? And yeah, I had to like turn it off from the console, and I was like, I don't even know if I want to play after this. I fucking hate everything. Macaroni salads made with fucking olive oil and sadness. But yeah, I was pretty pissed. I was like, that's bullshit. I had to turn off my entire fucking console to get my controller to be like, oh, hi, I live. Like, you know, I could... that's the devil on my shoulder for sure. I should just like super clean it up, you know, get like a toothpick and like get real in there and make sure it looks like all nice and shiny and pretty, and just be like, yeah, man, my cousin left like a bunch of shit at my house and like I got no use for it. Like, can I trade this controller in for like something? And like just have them take it and like plug it in and be like, yeah, it seems to work. It's got like no stick drift, and then, you know, there's 2 GameStops literally right across the street from each other over here, and like the credit still counts for some weird fucking reason. Because like it might seem a little odd if I was like, I just traded in a PS5 controller to get another PS5 controller. They're gonna be like, something's off here, man. Like, I'll just trade it in at one store and take my store credit and go to the other store and be like, yeah, man, let me get one of those pre-owned PS5 controllers. Let me get one of them bad boys. I had every intention of buying a brand new PlayStation... Oh god, what are they called? It's like the Edge Pro T. It's got like inner swappable thumbsticks. The triggers have resistance sliders on them, so you can like adjust the resistance of the triggers on them. You know, super cool. Comes with like a compact case that like charges outside of being plugged in, so you can like charge the case, and then on travel without being plugged in, it holds charge, so you just stick the controller in there and it charges it. Super badass. They're like, this was a couple months ago, but like 200 bucks. I had the money in pocket, ready to fucking spend, went to GameStop, and it said on their website that they had like 6 of them. I went in there and he was like, yeah, no, dude, Like, we don't have any. He was like, I don't know why the system just won't update. Probably because you haven't fucking updated it, Richard. Anyways, I was like, well, what about the one across the street? And he was like, honestly, bro, like, I can't find any that are in Aurora. And I was like, wow, that's a load of fucking horseshit. Thanks for wasting my time. Anyways, I'll get the pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards or the Pokemon cards that Demetrius wants. And I guess I'll take that pre-owned controller. Yeah, I was pissed. To be fair, I don't know why I think money lasts so much longer, even when I math it out. Because we did go to um, yeah, no, that does sound ridiculous. I was like, the we went to Dutch Bros. Okay, so Demetrius and Genera picked me up. We went to Dutch Bros. And I was like, I miss you guys so much, and I just want to treat you guys because I think I'm so fucking cool. And I bought them Dutch Bros, and then we went into Angelo's, and like they bought their own stuff. I think they bought a pipe, which was actually weird because it didn't work. Um, uh, and something else. I think they bought like a CD, and I did kind of the same thing. I bought two CDs, and I literally could not leave without a vinyl. I found a vinyl Slipknot Iowa that was in the holographic, and apparently it's only in like a limited edition green, so it's not the like $500 one that's online floating around, or one of the variants of it. I was like, oh, it's about the price that you pay for it, maybe a little bit more depending on like collector. But they're still rare to find, but they're not expensive rare. And I was like, I'm not going home without this. I think I'm literally missing like 2 Slipknot vinyls out of all the fucking CDs that they have. Like, there's quite a few. I think they're on album 8 or 9. Had to go home with it. And then we got Little Caesars, which I bought Little Caesars. And then we went to GameStop, and I was like, yeah, man, I got $200 that I could spend on a controller. Yeah, it's probably better that I probably didn't. I'd have been so hurting afterward. I was like, after that, we drove back down to Denver, where they live. Stopped by a liquor store, then stopped at King Soopers because they were hungry again because they're potheads. And we bought these cool little pizzas. They were like individual sized pizzas, but they had like really crazy toppings. And they were kind of expensive. And then Demetrius's girlfriend showed me like her favorite dessert ice cream sandwich thingies. They were like cinnamon graham cracker ice cream sandwiches that were like dipped in chocolate. I don't know. They were fucking nuts, and they were the coolest things I've ever eaten. Like, they were so good. I'll have to ask her what they were, but they were like gingerbread cookie stuff with like, I don't know. They had different ones. Like, they literally had different ones. I think she got like chocolate chip cookie dough as like the inner like ice cream, and I did like mint chocolate chip. And Demetrius got some like weird like pecan fucking moose tracks. I don't know. I was like, I want a bite of everybody's, bro. It's so good. And they were two sandwiches per pack. Let me tell you, I fucking love stoners sometimes because Demetrius is driving, Jenner's in the passenger seat. I'm in the back just like cuddling my fucking Slipknot vinyl, because I was like, I love you so much. Oh my god. And like, I was like, I thought we were gonna go home and like eat pizza and then have like dessert. Nah, both these motherfuckers, like, D was like, babe, hand me the ice cream sandwich, and she was like way ahead of you as she's like halfway into like her box, and they're just like we were eating ice cream sandwiches in their car, and I was like, dude, that's another one of those like punch me, okay? If I was like allowing people to eat ice cream sandwiches in my fucking car, punch me. I mean, I guess it depends on the person because like some people are really respectable and like, they'll try and like hold their hand under the stuff that they're doing and like not make a bunch of mess out of your shit. But like I've also met people that have just like smoked cigarettes in my car and like didn't mention anything about like, you know, they accidentally fucking stabbed the cherry of the cigarette into the fucking, the roof lining, you know? And the next day I'm just like, oh, cool. Like there's like a fucking cigarette burn in the roof, but um dude, yeah. Or like, like if you try and like flick your cigarette like out the window and like the cherry goes flying off. Okay, for one, you should probably fucking pack your cigarettes a little bit better. But two, let me know, bro. I will pull over with fucking hazards on because if I go back there and I just see a fucking uh, an asteroid crater looking shit in like a leather seat or just in general, like my back seat, I'm gonna be pissed, you know? Like there's really no way to fix that. Like you can't just re-leather the leather, bro. Like now I gotta get like fucking plastic resin or something to like match it, you know? It's like, well, then at that point, like, it's gonna make me want to be like, you can't smoke cigarettes in the car, and then I don't want to look like a hypocrite if I'm like, I'm smoking a cigarette, and they're like, can I have a drag? And I'm like, no, because I can't trust you to not like fuck up something. So yeah, like I'm being like as respectful as like possible, and I'm like back there like fucking legs crossed, like I'm, like a prude virgin girl wearing a skirt for the fucking first time, trying to catch bits and pieces of chocolate and ice cream in my lap and hand. And I'm like, really, guys? You just fucking eat the whole. Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm like, Janera's already done with hers. And then they're like, oh God, I can't wait for this pizza. Like, I'm actually kind of full after that ice cream sandwich. I'm not gonna lie. Oh God. But yeah, it was pretty awesome. I'm not even gonna lie. And then, um, I don't think I don't know. They didn't really say anything. They just kind of looked at me, and then they went right back to that weird. The Matrix had like an anime kind of thing that came out as like a bonus DVD in like the early 2000s. But like we were watching that when we went there, and they were stoned and they ate their pizza and were on their second ice cream sandwich doohickey. I still had like a half a piece of pizza left, but they just brought me my ice cream sandwich, and I was like, this bitch is gonna melt, so I might as well eat it. I'd rather eat cold pizza than melted ice cream sandwich. Anyway, the kitties. They have two kitties. No. And the kitty was like, ice cream sandwich? Ice cream sandwich? And I was like, you want some ice cream sandwich? And I was like letting them like lick the ice cream. And like they're both just looking at me like, passing their fucking pipe to each other, and they just look at me, look at the cat, goes right back to TV, and I was like, I guess there's not a problem here. Because I'm like, yeah, you fucking eat that ice cream sandwich. Oh God. I do miss them. I think you gotta meet them. You'd like them. They're so cool. I've known Demetrius longer than any person in this house that you have met besides like straight up blood family. I have known Demetrius since like second grade. And he's cool. He's a red-headed Irish fuck, and he's pretty stereotypical for it. Blue eyes, freckles, pale skin, red hair. He's got like a fighting Irish tattoo on one arm. He's got um like a Celtic knot tattoo. He's very, very, very Irish. He's also like Joe's sized, but like not skinny, but like not buff. But when I tell you, I have no doubt in the entire world that if you kicked that kid in the balls and you weren't a friend, he could pick up your car and fucking throw it at you. He is retarded strong, and I have no idea where he gets it from. I went to a party when I was um like a freshman, sophomore. He was crashed out drunk on the couch, and somebody went and fucked with him. And all they did was like they were like tickling his ear, like like sticking his finger in his ear and stuff like that to like irritate him. And he's like, "Knock it the fuck off." And then they like decided they were, oh, we'll just push him off the fucking couch. Demetrius hit the floor, sprung up like a goddamn bunny rabbit. He was like, boing, grabbed the entire couch and fucking lifted it into the air, into the ceiling. And there was a giant crater in the ceiling in the shape of a couch. I'm not even fucking lying to you. Everybody just was like, oh, you know? And then I think he picked up one of those stupid little, like the feng shui pillows. And I don't know why this was a great idea, but he was going to go punch. He put the pillow up against the wall and like punched the pillow, but the fucking pillow just added to the surface area of the punch that he delivered into the wall. So instead of it being um, I don't know, like 5 inches by like 3 inches, it turned into like like a pillow-sized hole in the wall. And it wasn't even his house. It was um, Bender's dad's house, but like his mom lived there. I don't know. They were all like tweakers, honestly. So it was a little crazy. And nobody fucked with D. They were like, damn, you put a hole in the wall. And he was like, I'm going to fucking bed. And everybody's like, let Demetrius go to bed. Crazy kid. Hmm. But he's a sweetheart too. Like, he'll fuck you up, but he's a sweetheart. I don't know. He's always been really nice to me. So I don't know. Whenever he gets super drunk, which he's not supposed to drink anymore, as you can see why, he's gone to multiple AA sessions. But when he fucks up, I always get a phone call from him, and I know what that phone call is. I'm like, oh, jeez, it's this time, and I'm getting a call from him. That's always he's like, I fucking love you so much, dude. I love you too, Demetrius. I'm like, you okay? You feeling okay? You want to drink some water? And he's like, no, I got like 13 more beers to drink. Okay, buddy. I feel the shit out of that. Listen, if you start drinking, and you know that if you stop drinking, the equal amount of beers that you have left over isn't enough to get you where you are now, you have to finish them right now. I mean, it sounds like a very alcoholic thing to say, but like, if I stop drinking now with what I have left, and that can't get me to this point, like, I might as well just finish them, because I mean, that is a little retarded, because I could just be like, I'm going to bed now, and then I only have to buy like 2 more beers tomorrow instead of a whole new 30 rack. But now, that gives me a reason to buy a whole nother 30 rack of beers. Why do you have to buy 30 more of them? Because 11 of them aren't going to get me drunk. Well, Jesus Christ, dude, why don't you just get like... I'm terrible at math, but like, why don't you just get like 15 more beers? Well, that's half of a 30 rack, babe, and they don't sell 15 packs, dumbass. That would be my solution to everything. I'll just red foreman the shit out of you. I don't know, dumbass. Tell me. Why shouldn't I drink this beer? Because you're an asshole. Well, you're an asshole and you don't even drink. So... That sounds toxic. Jesus. You're always such an asshole when you drink beer. Really? Well, you're an asshole when you don't drink beer, so maybe think about that. Were you here when I told Joe that stupid thing, or was it who's he? It was like the dude gaslighting the other dude into like not being gay. Dude, I have to like literally try that to somebody that's just not as quick as you guys. Because I feel like that's something really easy to do. Like, I don't know. I usually pick my friends pretty well. You have to be quick. It's some, it's something. Usually talking shit's what I like. You know, I like the talking shit. You gotta be quick there. Just be like, on the count of 3, when I snap my fingers, you will no longer remember being gay. I'm like, wait, what? I was never gay. Exactly. Keep telling yourself that. You know? Is that what you think? I don't know. I've never really been big into like the gaslighting thing, and I actually don't even really fully understand it. But apparently, people love that shit, and that's their manipulation of choice. I'm like, I don't even know what the word means. It's like, you're gaslighting me. I'm like, I don't even know what it means. I actually don't think anybody's ever told me that I'm gaslighting them, but I think there was like a chick or two, and I was like, you don't even know what that means, bro. You're like 4 years younger than me. Like, what is why what why is gaslighting? What is gaslighting, Kim? Please explain. It's like manipulating somebody into believing, yeah, like right, like whatever you're trying to pin on them, you're gonna make them believe that that's what they did, whether it's like right or wrong. It's like convincing somebody that they did something that they didn't do. So, Diddy, okay, leave Diddy alone. Diddy definitely did what Diddy did. Uh-huh. Yeah, Diddy doesn't do any. Diddy doesn't do any diddling without diddle do. Am I onto something? Probably not. I'm confused. Diddy doesn't diddle just any diddle. Diddy makes decisive decisions when he diddles. I'm being shot. Help! Help! I like when the character actually reaches out. Like if you use a self revive and then cancel and scoot, he like reaches out towards other characters. And it's like I was supposed to reach out to like my teammate, but instead my hand just went towards the person that shot me. I'm like, help! Like, why would you shoot me, bro? I'm like such a lovable character. I literally just got my guns, bro. What if I was like 9 years old? I hope you feel like a piece of shit. Just wake up in the morning hoping that I feel like a piece of shit. Day number 37. I woke up today in hopes that I would feel like a piece of shit. And in case you were wondering, I woke up and I felt like a piece of shit. I forgot to feed my cat last night. You know who else made me feel like a piece of shit? Wouldn't that be it? Drove past a random woman on the road today, and I tried to tell her that her gas tank was open, and she responded with, "I have a boyfriend." You know who else made me feel like a piece of shit today? Okay, that one made me giggle pretty hard. I don't usually laugh at my own jokes that hard, but... Oh my god, there's so many guns on the ground. Why is everybody just leaving their guns on the ground? You know, this would be a really fucking easily solvable war if just like... You know, they don't do this enough in movies. Like, I hate critiquing, like, movies a bunch, but, like, I swear to God, I would... As a non-military trained, like, super survivable fucking person, okay? I feel like in a lot of scenarios, I'd be like, that would be easily solved if, like, instead of being like, oh shit, I ran out of ammo, so now I'm gonna, like, just drop my pistol on the fucking ground, and now I'm gonna fist fight you. I'm pretty sure I just killed, like, 15 people before you, and they all had guns that did not go clicky clicky. You know? Like, I'm like, why don't they pick up the guns? Or like, I don't know, man. There's a fucking magazine. There's literally a magazine that holds rounds. Like, uh, out of those 15 people that you killed, man, there's a pretty high possibility that somebody's pistol had the same exact bullets as yours did. Or like, maybe they have the same fucking gun. I don't fucking know, you know? I don't make the rules. Also, too, why the fuck are you in that situation? There's probably a lot of questionable things that you did in your life prior to that that you should have avoided. Kind of like this dude's name. The guy that just killed me. His name was Tuna. Without mayonnaise. There was, I don't see mayonnaise in his name at all, which makes me think that he enjoys olive oil and... What was the other thing? Olive oil and, Fuck! I think, yeah, it's olive oil and vinegar for your wet noodle salad. You know, I don't feel like I got Ryan Reynolds like form of comedy for like a really long time, but I think I'm finally getting it. It's just redundant and like points out the obvious enough until somebody else finds it funny. Man, it really sucked. My teammates did too. I too have a purple gun. But it's okay. Joke's on you guys. Every time you kill me, I just make another point, and I can go spend my stuff in the store. Oh, I'm 1,112 and a half. Can't forget the half. Unless you go to like a family sit-down restaurant, you give them a fucking solid age. Otherwise, You have like the entire family sit down moment to enjoy that meal. And as soon as you take your ass back to that minivan, your dad's gonna beat the absolute piss out of you that he had to pay that full price for that chicken tender meal, and you're just gonna throw it up anyways. Kids under 12 get to eat for free. I'm 13 and a half. Your dad just gives you that fucking just snap, you know? The entire restaurant just got really, really quiet. And for some weird reason, it's like really hot. It's like really hot in here, but it's cold. That's so bad. Childhood trauma's not funny. Kinda. Okay, you have like an hour, Kim. There's like an hour. And you can enjoy the multitude of demonic deaths. Teehee. We are on YouTube. At least you can see panic in its truest form. I hate to ask, but did Seth go back to bed? Because I literally just kind of heard like it sounded a whole lot like vroom vroom, and then you were like, "Hang on one second," and then that was it. Uh, fuck, I don't know. Maybe like an hour ago? Did he not get up at all today? Oh, is that why you were like, hang on one second? Okay, that makes more sense. Because like immediately after that, you touched on the subject of him being like bent out of shape. That we were on fucking Discord. That's I had a my association was fucking. Do you like Wendy's, Kim? When was the last time you were at Wendy's? Dim, dim chickens? Oh, yeah, saucy nugs. Which one did you get? Mm. Yeah, the Parmesan garlic's pretty good. I don't know if you can do it without being like charged extra for sauce. I don't actually think they charge extra for sauce because we have this one guy. It's this black dude, older black dude, nice Cadillac, and he comes in and he like does not look like he'd be the type to just be like, give me all the fucking sodium, but apparently apparently Kenya is the only fucking person that can make his saucy nuggets right. Okay? I don't know how you can possibly fuck this up. But if it's not if he does not have enough sauce on his nuggies, he'll say there's not enough sauce on my nuggets. And like listen here, I'm a pretty fair person, okay? I like to portion. I like to portion on my idea of what I would like to eat. Like, would I be okay with this? You know? I've taken Baconator fries out of people's hands before like putting them in a bag, and I'm like, really? That's all the fucking nacho cheese you're gonna give them? Hmm? I'm like, you remember that old school Okay, there was like a YouTube or not YouTube. It was like a Facebook screen cap of like Pornhub. Okay. It's like the aftermath of whatever happened. He was like, an hour and a half of all that, and you gave her that little poot of cum? Do you remember that? Okay, well, like, anyways, like, you probably grasped the idea around it. Anyways, so it's like this dude's, like, literally upset because, like, you gave him a poot of fucking Wendy's cum. And, like, I drenched those bitches, okay? There's, like, a whole process on having to do them. I didn't take a fucking WeLearn, but it's not rocket science on, like, how you make a chicken nugget into a boneless fucking chicken wing, okay? And he's like, there wasn't enough sauce. And Kenya comes walking over and pops the lid off that motherfucker, and he starts squirting more barbecue. Okay, the honey barbecue or whatever the fuck it is. And I was like, is it the guy? And he was like, it's the guy. And I was like, oh no. I was like, how was that not enough sauce? And he goes, I don't know. As he like lightly tucks like the lid back on and like shakes it a couple times, and like all the nuggets are like, all right, they're sauced. All right, there's no question that they're not sauced. And then he just goes and he grabs the big squirt tube and he goes and like basically fills the entire bottom reservoir of barbecue. And then places the lid on top of it and shakes it. Bro, what are you all talking about? Like, do you want some nuggets with your fucking sauce? Dude, don't hand that man a fork. Give him a fucking spoon. I don't know what you want from me. Like, I just fucking work here, man. Oh my god, like it wasn't enough sauce. What the fuck do you... What do you mean? The equivalent of that is to be like, holy shit. Okay, well that guy landed some really good shots, but like also too that was really questionable. Anyways, that'd be like coming through and you're like, yeah, can I get a large chili? Yeah, sure, fine. Do you want cheese and onion? And you're like, yeah. But I have a really weird request. Okay? And then you're gonna hear a long pause after that, okay? Because people be asking some really ridiculous shit. Alright? Don't ask fast food employees stupid shit because you'll be humbled. Depending on where you're at. Go to a white city if you want that shit, alright? Don't go anywhere that's like relatively hood. Okay. This man's request for that much sauce per nugget is equal in my mind to be like, I want a large chili, but I want 2/4 of it to be shredded cheese, 1/4 diced onions, and 1/4 chili. That to me sounds like what that man wanted. Like, bro, okay, so you wanted a cup of cheese with some diced onions and like, you know, like a little drizzle of chili on top. Like, man, are you okay? I don't understand people. I mean, like, maybe it's just like my line of work, but I really don't understand people, Kim. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. I literally want to cry sometimes, man. Like, they make jokes about, like, you know, if you're gonna cry. I make that fucking joke, okay? I'm that asshole. I'm like, you're not allowed to cry unless you do it in the walk-in. And people just look at me like, of course, the guy in the death metal t-shirt not wearing anything Wendy's related, but he also works here, but like kind of doesn't. You know, like for all these fucking people know, I don't even work there. I just show up. I pretend that I have a thumb. I don't know. Maybe I'm that cool, and I just have a piece of like scotch tape on my thumb, and I'm just clocking into somebody else. I'm like, here's some free hours because I'm a psychopath. I just came here because I'm bored and I'm really drunk. Um, but like, I don't know. It just baffles me sometimes. I literally told Kenya that. Omar laughed when I was like, is it the guy?" He's like, "Yeah, it was the guy." Squirts more sauce in there. I'm like, "Give him a fucking spoon, bro." I speak so much in my mind, it's ridiculous. It's like, okay, what did we have? What did we? Oh, we had. It was tonight or like yesterday or some shit. Tell me why. Tell me why. Um, this lady got a sandwich. It was a chicken sandwich, a 4-piece nugget, a medium fry, and her drink or her frosty or whatever the fuck. She had a okay. She wanted honey mustard for her sauce. Okay. I'm only supposed to give you like one sauce packet per 4-piece nugget. That's the code. I don't make the fucking rules. Alright. I'm cool as shit. I always grab two. Alright. I'm one of those weirdos that like I like a lot of fucking sauce. Okay? This lady, after I gave her the bag and she already looked in it and she saw the sauces, alright? I put everything in the bag. I put the napkins on top, and then I put the sauce on top. So you don't have to fucking ask me dumbass questions about like, oh, where's the sauce? I asked for sauce. Bitch, it's on the top of the fucking bag. She said, can I have some more honey mustard? I said, sure. I gave her 3, alright? Because you gotta one up it at that point, okay? I give you 2, and I get 3. And she goes, oh, also, can I get some barbecue? I said, would you like anything else? She said, no, just the barbecue. I grabbed her 2 barbecue sauces. I gave her the shit, right? She goes, oh, can I get some ghost pepper? I said, would you like anything else? No, that's okay, thank you. And then she wanted more napkins and ranch. Don't, don't do that. Don't do that to me. Like, is it a fucking joke? Is this funny? Because like, I will jump out of this window so fast, and I will beat you with a hot fucking fryer basket. Watch me. Like, if you're gonna quit, do it epic, bro. How did you quit? Well, technically, I was fired, but like, it was voluntary fire. You know. So this bitch was talking shit, and I just had enough of it, bro. Like I just jumped out of the window with a hot oil on fryer basket, and I proceeded to beat a bitch. French fries in the basket and all. What happened? She wanted too much fucking barbecue sauce. Like you literally can't make it up. Like sometimes it's so ridiculous. Like and people like fuck, I don't know. I don't want to like sell people out and like make them feel bad for like wanting like what they want, but like just I don't I will never understand why making things more complicated is easier for people than simplify. Okay? It's it's just simplify it for me. Don't quantify it, okay? Like, like for instance, if you go to a restaurant, Kim, your seat's on fire right now. Um, say you want your burger or your sandwich or whatever, like made a specific way. Riddle me this: do you tell them A, what you want, on the sandwich, or B, what you do not want on the sandwich? Really? Okay, think about this. Because your seat's on fire and you're being judged. Just. Kim's like, no. Kim, tell them that you only want this, this, and this on the sandwich, and not what you don't want. Because if something comes with, say, it's preordained, right, to have like 13 ingredients on it, okay? Like, say something simple that you like somebody would think about, like say like the Dave's fucking single, okay? It comes with it comes with mayo, ketchup, pickle, onion, tomato, and lettuce. Okay? Now, if you tell me to subtract something really goofy, so say you want minus mayonnaise and minus pickle, okay? Like, now it takes me like a second to like look at that and be like, okay, because like you're kind of like I don't know if it's like breaking like a routine of like somebody because like muscle memory or whatever else, but like I would rather look at a screen and be like, because it says only with a fucking star, okay, like an asterisk, it's like only, and then it'll be like uh ketchup, onion, tomato, lettuce, you know? Like, I feel like that's just so much easier versus like what you don't want. Like, tell me what you want on the sandwich and not what you don't want. Because like I'm subtracting from something. Like you're basically making an equation that's full of objects, and you're minusing it out. Versus just being like, this is the sandwich that you want, and then you're telling me the items that you want on it. I don't have to look at a list that's like redacted items. It's just like I'm following like a guideline of what like you would want, you know? So like say an item comes with like we said before, like 10 to 13 fucking weird ingredients on it. But you're like, I really like this sandwich, but I only like it that way. And you're like, I like honey mustard, um, onion crinkles, and lettuce. You know what I'm saying? Versus like the 10 other objects that are on it, right? It had 13 ingredients on it originally. Instead of you telling me that there's 9 ingredients that you want taken off of it versus 3 ingredients putting it on. I feel bad. Like maybe it's like a social awkwardness because like I'm not that person either. Like I would really, you know, like I hate it when people are um like if I go out somewhere and I'm like I like pick up my thing that I wanted to eat and I was like I thought I made it pretty clear that I just, you know, like was like no tomato, no uh like sour cream, you know? And they're like, "Oh, that's okay. Like I'll just, you know, like I'll just let them know when they come back." And I'm like, "No, no, no. Don't say anything. It's okay. Like I'll just eat it." You know? And they're like, "No, absolutely not." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck." You know? Like I love people that are like that and they're like, "No, that's not the way that's going to work." But at the same time, like I don't know. If it's like that important to me, um I don't know. I'll just bullshit you and I'll be like, hey man, I have an allergy to tomatoes, and then if you're kind of a good, you know, food worker or, kitchen oriented, you're gonna be like, oh shit, there's an allergy involved? Because I'll literally go and change my gloves. I'll wash my hands, change my gloves, and go grab an entire new fucking bin of like your ingredients, even if I have to like go grab them separately out of like four different bins, as long as you like didn't want tomato. Because I don't know if somebody like previous to me or me myself happened to touch tomato, right? And then right afterward touch the pickles. And then from the pickles I grabbed the fucking onions. And then from the onions I grabbed, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, at some point in time, all of these fucking ingredients have been defiled by disgusting fucking tomatoes. Because I'm one of those people too. I'm like, I don't want any fucking tomatoes. I would love to just do that one of these days. Like, go to Taco Bell and they're like, all right, man, is there anything specific about your burrito? Yeah, no fucking tomatoes. Let me display how much I hate these things. So, if you place tomatoes on my shit, now I don't feel like that much of a dick when I come back and I'm like, yeah, man, I literally tried my best to just be like, I don't want any fucking tomatoes, please. And then somebody in that kitchen had the audacity to put tomatoes on my shit. Who the fuck is he? Which one is it? Just tell me. I know you're not. I know you're gonna surrender him that easily, but that's okay because we all love playing fucking games around here, right? And then you look like a psychopath, and they're probably gonna call the cops. I don't want to go to jail over a burrito, but it might be worth it. I don't know. What are you in for? I told him I didn't want any fucking tomatoes, and just leave it at that. They're like, damn man, I was in for a kidnapping. You know, blow it off like it was nothing. Yeah, okay. Well, just tell them next time no tomatoes. Give them a good wink too, like a real confidence, like you're supposed to be here. This isn't your first rodeo. Even though inside you're literally shitting bricks and you're terrified. Like, what if he pees on me when I'm asleep? What if I never get my cell phone back? What if they make me take my piercings out? These are the real, the real questions. Honestly, if they're like, you're gonna have to take your piercings out, Mr. Cole, I'd be like, is there any way that I can, like, voluntarily go to solitaire if I can keep my piercings? I don't, I don't need human interaction, honestly. I got a real, I had a real gas problem, and like, I don't feel like that's fair to anybody that's in here with like, you know, maybe like a really ridiculous marijuana charge. Oh my god, we're dropping here. Oh, I thought this was the little map. I figured out what that sound was. It's not just a pop when you get candy. It's supposed to be like a lollipop. Like, like if you pull it from your mouth really quick. It's like, yeah, it's a lollipop. Can I just have this Sidewinder, but like better? Why is the Sidewinder 2? Aw, Sidewinder's such baby girl. Joe talks shit about Sidewinder. I was like, guess what I found, Joe? He's like, what? I was like, it's a Sidewinder. It's got 5 slots on it. And he goes, oh. I said, why do you just love to hate on Sidewinder? And he goes, have you ever seen that meme of the dude that like stepped in shit, but it wasn't shit? And it just focuses in on whatever it was, and he goes, that would be Sidewinder. I don't know why he hates it so much. It's literally such a good gun. Joe just doesn't like guns that require skill. I've actually said that to him before. It was so funny. I was like, do you just like not like guns that you actually have to, you know, like compensate for anything? It's like, should it just be like zero recoil build? And he like didn't say anything, and I was like, here, watch. I'll just make you a Sidewinder with zero recoil, and you can you can use it. I don't want a gun with zero recoil. It just sucks. I don't know. I don't know where they're coming from. I'm out of plates too. Trace. I have to learn Spanish in order to talk to my only coworker that's willing to fucking help me. Teach my Spanish, Kim. I know, I gotta figure out something. Cause like, I need to be able to talk to her, honestly, like, it doesn't... It's not helping either one of us when we're like the only two people in the kitchen, like rocking shit. I'm just like the dumbass fucking white boy, and she's like the hard working like 40 somethings like Mexican lady that probably has too many fucking kids. You know? I'm over here trying to make a car payment and like restitution and maybe a little bit of alcohol abuse. She's over here like supporting a whole ass family, and I can't tell this bitch that like a sandwich doesn't have pickles on it because she can't fucking read it. And then 9 times out of 10, people love that like sitting in the drive-through thing to like check it and make sure that their shit's like made right. And like I always really feel bad because like Omar be coming with an attitude sometimes. And it's like, well, what the fuck do you expect, bro? Like you put somebody that does not speak English on a station that requires them to look at a fucking computer screen that's displayed in what? English. Bro, do you think she fucking knows that that says no pickle? If she knew that no pickle meant no pickle, I wouldn't have to be like, no pickle, you know? Because she'd be tapping me on the shoulder all the time. And I'm like, I don't want to take her from her station because Sandwich Station rocks, except for when it's super fucking busy. And that's all people want. But lately, Saucy Nugs be like taking the reins, so... I hate being on Fry Station because of it, because all people want when they come to fucking Wendy's, which is a burger joint, chicken nuggets. I make so many fucking chicken nuggets. I swear to God. I think I made like upwards. You know, that's fine because our chicken is probably the most expensive in the neighborhood. So like, it hurts you, not me. Ah. But yeah, it's so ridiculous, like, how people want chicken nuggets. I had literally somebody last night order every possible combination of chicken nuggets. It was insane. They wanted a 10-piece of regular chicken nuggets with their sauce. They wanted a 10-piece of spicy chicken nuggets with sauce. They wanted a 4-piece of the garlic parmesan nugs. They wanted a 4-piece of the sriracha. They wanted a 4-piece of the buffalo. 4-piece of the honey barbecue, and then 4 times that All of those sauces, but spicy nuggets. 4-piece, uh, Parmesan garlic. 4-piece spicy. Honey barbecue. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dude, it's literally all fucking nuggets. And let me get a large French fry. Are you sure you want some fucking salt with your sodium and congratulations. I hope you get a fucking Diet Coke, bro. I hope. Like, it's just such a trip. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be in the food industry anymore. I'm over it. I'm so burnt out. I don't know what to do, Kim. I'm like, I'm burnt out on food industry, and like, I haven't even started a fucking career as like, what would you consider yourself? Like elderly assistants or like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I had to do it like professionally at like the range that I'm doing it now, like it's just like I feel like I'm like an assistant. It's like some point, but like that's probably what I would get because I'm just like I'm changing diapers, I'm putting pills in a thing. Okay, so like and you see, I'm like I can't even do it. I could not do it if it was not grandma. I don't think I could do it because I mean I'd be giving her shit sometimes. I don't know if I told you yesterday, but I was like, yeah, she was like kind of snarky when I came home, and I was like, I just got home, you know? And it was because like we just replaced her TV, or not her TV remote, the remote for her bed, because it stopped working. And it's because she bends it like super goofy. And, anyways, long story short, it was $200 to replace just the fucking remote. Just the remote. It's an 8-prong, like corded bed remote. It's got 6 buttons. Okay. It's got head up, head down. Um, like lay flat, like feet down, and then I don't remember what the central buttons do, but she like doesn't use them. It's literally head up, head down, like for her, you know. And like maybe like it just does instead of the two opposite movements, it does it at once. But yeah. Anyways, like I came home and she's like, "I'm stuck. I couldn't do this." And like, I don't know, fucking paint me impatient or whatever. But you know, like I just love fucking coming home. Like my feet hurt. I'm greasy as fuck. I smell like a bunch of shit that like I don't even want to fucking eat at this point. Like I'm almost disgusted, like in myself. And like you are the most needy thing on the planet. You know, whether I love you to death or not, like that's I feel like that's gonna drive anybody nuts. You know, like especially when she's like I did like she didn't take her pills, she didn't do anything. Like she didn't do anything. You know, and I'm like, Grandma, you gotta help me out a little bit here, dude. I'm like, you gotta take your pills, you gotta try and drink your water. I'm like, you sitting around doing absolutely fucking jack shit is not helping anybody. And like me helping you, I know it's easier for me to help you, but that does not help you, you know? Like I can't, I'm not helping you by helping you, if that makes sense. I was like, if I just do everything for you, I'm like, you're not doing any of your muscles. Like, I wish somebody fucking just like pushed me around like a little ball of dough, and you know what I'm saying? Because that's basically what it is. Like, it's just a little ball of dough that like occasionally shits everywhere and like needs pills. And I'm like, you gotta sit up. And then like, you know, sometimes I give her the benefit of the doubt, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, well. like if she's sitting up in her bed, I'm like, that means that we have to lay down. As I'm like going and grabbing like my gloves to put them on, and I'm like pulling like a diaper out of the fucking bag, and I get my wet wipes ready, you know, sometimes like, I don't know, it's like 2 to 4 of them. On bad days, it's like fucking 9 of them. I'm like hoping in that instance, and I like to take my time a little bit, that maybe she would consider like grabbing the TV or the I always call it the TV remote, the bed remote, to hit one button so that it goes down, you know? And like I don't want to be that dick, but like I feel like I have to go into her room and like turn the fucking TV off because like she's just so absorbed into the TV. I've literally changed her before and she just stared at the TV the entire time. And I was like, this is fucking awesome, bro. Like, you know, like I feel like a servant, basically. And I was like, I don't like that. And like, you know, to put like a perspective on it, like the TV or the bed remote wasn't working, quote unquote. But she had it in like she pushed like a wrong button. So like the lower half was down and the upper half was up. So basically the upper half wouldn't go down. It wouldn't lay back into like a flat bed until you correct it. Okay. So you either have to A, hit whatever the fucking button was for it to auto adjust both at the same time, or you had to correct the lower half to be flat so that the bottom or the upper half would go down. And um, I was like, well, I don't know what you did, but you know, and I was getting to the fact that like I was like, if it gets stuck like this, you have to lay the bed flat. However, you know, however you got it here, just all you have to do is get it back to that. Before I could get to that, I was like, I don't know what you did, and she just goes, well, I didn't fucking do anything wrong, you know, and like had like the stank face with it and shit. And I was like, I don't know what your problem is, but like I just got home, so and like I continued doing my thing for a couple seconds, and then I just said, not cool. I was like, I just got home. I was like, you're not about to fucking yell at me. I was like, I'm gonna come in here. I was like, I just took your fucking dinner plate away from you, like cleaned the dishes. I was like, I'm about to wipe your ass, put on like a TV show because you don't want to do that either. Give you your pills because you didn't take your pills. You wanted a fucking soda. You know, I brought you a soda home from work. I'm gonna put fucking ice cubes in your water so you get like nice cold to water. Probably put your socks on because like you could manage to take your fucking socks off, but you can't take your pills. I don't know. I was like, not fucking cool. It's like you're not about to tell like fucking yell at me like that. I was like, you're lucky that I don't just fucking go downstairs and leave it to Tracy to figure out in the morning, and then there's an entire fucking gallon of shit in your diaper because oh, lo and behold, that'll piss everybody off. But you know, I was like, that wasn't fucking cool. So, and that's like it's like a once in a blue moon that shit like that happens. But you know, I feel like what was said was appropriate. You know, because like as soon as I looked at it, and I was like, that wasn't fucking cool, dude. Like, I just got home. I was like, how about give me a fucking break? You know, I was like, you're lucky that I even come in here immediately after coming home. You know, I was like, I could be a fucking super douche and come home immediately after work and go chill for like 2 hours. And then, oh, you know, I don't know. I was like talking with my friends online, or like I was so tired that I fell asleep, and magically now it's fucking 8 hours later that even, you know, somebody noticed something. You know, it's not like you're gonna, you know, like it's not gonna kill you, but like you're probably gonna be pretty uncomfortable. So I don't know. I was like, but what's the fucking difference at this point? Because literally last night I changed her at 7 something before I went to work. It was like 7:30 ish before I went to work. I didn't get home until like 3:40 a.m. and she had not been changed since then. And when I tell you this is disgusting and I'll probably never look at it the same way, but like imagine if like Qdoba, or Chipotle, actually fucking hooked you up with a burrito. It was like that, but like a fucking diaper. It was ridiculous. I used like 13 fucking wipes. And the fucking spray that we have that's like antibacterial something that makes things easier in case stuff's too gross. I used so many wet wipes, Kim, and they're the big ones. They're the nice ones. They're like the ones that you brought us. Like, we found them bitches wherever the fuck they're at. Because I remember we got some of the cutesy little shits that come out like fucking wet wipes that clean your glasses. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, no, they're like the big ones, dude. Like, and it was so much. It was so much. I I don't even understand. I was like, I have been gone this entire time, and you shit that much. I was like, Grandma, I haven't even pissed since I left the house today. I was like, you know what? I got up pissed off, never peed. Okay. It's like got in the car, pissed off, never peed. And it wasn't even pee. It was all shit. And I was like, how? How? I was like, dude, you are not getting fed 3 times a day. This is nuts. I hate to bring TMI into the situation, but dude, if I I don't eat 3 times a day, okay, and you know what? Honestly, I don't look forward to that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Even as much as I eat, maybe like once or twice a day. You know, twice a day on a good day. You know, sometimes on our low points, it's like once every 3 days. But like, I have literally, and this probably isn't the healthiest thing on the planet, I have gone days without having to sit on the toilet. I'm like, Grandma, you just shit the entire month of me in like 6 hours. How? I'm like, Grandma's not, or Grandma. I'm like, Tracy's not giving you any more fucking carbs. We're over this. You're getting, I don't even know at this point. It's ridiculous, Kim. Huh. Is it just like an old people thing? I don't know. Okay, tell me this. Is Do you find the less poopy people the ones that you're able to get on the toilet daily? Uh, See, that's so hard too because she's just like immobile. And like, okay, I'm gonna say it, bro. I'd be tired as fuck when I get home. I just got done like catering to people all fucking day long and like being like yes master all day. Like the last thing that I kind of want to do is come home and be like, all right, let's go try and sit on the potty for an hour and a half, you know? And like she can't sit on the toilet, and sometimes she wants me to hold her head up because like she has this weird thing that like her head weighs more than her entire fucking body, so it it goes down. And like she wants me to hold her head up while she's taking a fucking shit. And like I can't do it. I can't sit in the bathroom that long. I'm like I will throw up. I will eat every bug on the planet and some of the most disgusting shit you have ever seen off of like a table, okay? But like I don't I don't I don't do poop. Baby poop, adult poop, poop in general. Nope. Mm-mm. I can deal with vomit way more than I can, and yeah, like no. It's like she wants to like hold her head up, and then she has to shit for like 30 minutes, and it's even longer to get her in there and sit down. And I'm like, so you can understand why I'm like roll over, put this knee over that one, and I'll go through 13 fucking wet wipes. Okay, if it takes me 13 wet wipes to get through an hour and a half worth of shit, I'll take the wet wipes. I mean, honestly, like I said before, I don't do the poop thing very well. But honestly, if you fucking traded me out and I did not have gloves for either one of those assignments, oh, I'll wipe your ass without gloves all fucking day long before I have to go in there and do that. I'll just go wash my fucking hands, okay? I'm gonna hate every single moment of it, and I might consider unaliving myself afterward, but you know what? Give me like 5 minutes and I'll just like preemptively, prematurely crack into a beer, maybe, instead of like actually like coming home and being like, maybe I should drink like 2 glasses of water before my beer. I'm just gonna be like, like, it's so hard, and I don't know how to be a responsible, kind, loving young grandson and like quite literally put up with other people's shit. Like it's so much. And like sometimes it's not all that, like sometimes she's really easy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm quite literally surprised like I haven't gotten a text tonight, but like she was super easy when I came home and she said that she hadn't slept very much since like I left for work. So when I came home and I was like, we got pills, we got 13 wet wipes worth of shit done. You're comfy, you got your socks on. I was like, we flipped the bed sheets. I did change the bedding the other day because that was a fucking disaster too. I don't even want to get into that, but she wrecked the whole bed. I don't know what happened, but yeah, no, I like came home and I was like, that's like one of those ones that you take that really like slow blink and you're like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Like, dude, it was. You ever see those like nightmare photos of like babies where they're like shit up their back and everything? It was like that, but like, yeah, no. I had to ask her. I was like, what did you have for dinner? I was like, what did you have yesterday? I was like, how much of your water have you drank? And I was like, she didn't even drink any of her, like, not much of her water, like, not that much. And I was like, even it's like some of the stuff that she ate wasn't like, I don't know, like, I guess it's probably the medication on top of it too, but like, how the fuck can you pee that much? Okay, riddle me this for the urine. Okay, how the fuck can you pee that much if you're like adequately like quenched? You know what I'm saying? Like she wasn't dehydrated, she wasn't overhydrated. It was just like everything was just like goodbye, like evacuation, fucking whatever the fuck is going on in Florida right now happened like 2 days ago. Okay, and I was literally unprepared for that when I came home. I was like, holy fucking shit. Then she's like, I didn't do anything wrong. Fuck you. And I was like, okay, you're gonna be really sad when I just go back downstairs right now and like them little sticky things on the sides of the diaper are just non-existent. Okay. God. See, and that's why I can't do other tendons. I love her to death, and I questioned it. Imagine, imagine Joe Blow. That's like, you know what? I fucking you're a worthless piece of shit. And I'm like, really, Joe? Well, that looks like your balls are gonna be covered in poop tonight. Enjoy your basement. Turns off all the fucking lights in the basement. Kim, you're better than me. Yeah, Mr. Cole. So we heard about the Anderson situation last night. What happened? Yeah, he was a huge prick. Did you turn the lights off? They were never on. I don't know what to say. Well, it says here that you like never changed him last night. The last person that changed him was blah blah blah. Did you change him or not? No. Why didn't you change him? Well, he called me a piece of shit and he said he didn't want to be changed. Does like you know how like dogs do that weird smile with like those goofy little eyes? You know what I'm talking about? It's like kind of like when they're in trouble, but they do smile. They're like, I'm kind of a shithead. If it's like a request, yeah. Mm. 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 Oh shit. Oh fuck that. You're like knees on bed. Like you're like knees on bed type shit. Oh fuck that. I mean, like, mm. Give me that shit. While you're trying to like take them off. Is it because like she's like I'm cold, but like you're like I'm literally changing you right now, so you're gonna have to like deal with being cold for like 5 fucking minutes. Oh God, that's okay. Well, you're like, well, that pays for it, but not. Kim, you know why? It's because Kim's the shit. Honestly, I would not be that upset if somebody was gonna like. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I would care, but like, I would maybe care less if somebody was gonna come clean the gross out of my gooch with like, I don't know, like DC shoes that look like Marshmallow Jet Puffed got a hold of them, but also had a weird thing with penguins. You know, I don't know. I'd be like, that's fucking ridiculous, but I'd be like, you know what? Cool. Also, too, I can just probably. I don't feel like anybody takes advantage of you, but like, also too, I was like, I can just tell this young gay lady that I'm scared of the dark, and she's gonna sit in my room with me for an hour. I was like, you hear fucking Loretta down the hallway just screaming about shit? Yep, not a fucking care in the world because I'm scared of the dark. And you know what? That's awesome. So, honestly, I don't think I'll ever get to that point in my life, but, never say never. And I really hope not, because I don't know. The way that these kids are nowadays, I don't think I want anybody touching my balls. I'm like, give me an old lady that actually gives a fuck. Versus these kids nowadays. They're like, you want some fentanyl in your anticoagulants, Mr. Cole? No. And they're like, here, watch, pose for the TikTok. Honestly, you know, I don't know. That'd be one last great ride. Pure excitement hits me before my eyes dilate. It got hard again! Dies. Honestly, end me there. End me right there. As soon as that shit stops working, there's really no point. I mean, there's a lot more life than just that or anything that has to do with that in general, but come on, seriously. I'm like the one thing that like literally defines me out of the two genders. Okay? And that doesn't even identify me anymore? Adios, amigo. I don't need two assault rifles. I need a win. That dude's like, you suck. Dude, that was sick. That was sick as fuck. I am a god. What? I'm a god, Kim. That was so cool. That was so fucking cool. I don't know. I'm impressed with myself, and that's not very often. Very good. I am #1 prostitute in all of Pakistan. Be proud of me. Dude, why would you fucking... Don't land here. Did you ever end up joining the YouTubes, or just we've been talking? I don't know why I went all Yoda on you, but that was crazy. You caught that. I said that totally backwards. Backwards I say shit sometimes. Well, it was awesome, and I'm gonna have to send it to you at some point, because it was pretty cool. Dude, die. Why did you re-challenge that? Dipshit. We're on a roll here, Cam. Why giggle? Oh. 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 Humans are confusing. Yeah, you like that? Does that feel good? Oh, you're like, yeah, I'll take that as a good sign. Like, no, I'm in pain. I just can't say no. I mean, that'd be like really far out of stretch, but that's like what I think of. somebody's like, please, don't stop. And I'm like, don't stop? Okay. Don't stop what? Don't let me fool you. That's totally my father speaking. He used to do that to me as a child. He'd be like picking on me, like tickle my feet, or like rub his knuckles against my ribs or something goofy, you know? And you're like, don't stop! Then he's like, don't stop, okay! I didn't like it. He also used to pull my toes until they popped. I didn't like that either. You know what's really funny? As when you're little, like it totally works because like eventually they will pop. You know how many times as an adult I've like tried to pop like my toes, knowing that they're supposed to pop, and then they won't, and I push them, and I push them, and I push them, and then they won't pop, and now they just fucking hurt. Okay, like it's not gonna happen. I'm like, okay, if I go any further, I'm just gonna break my toe, and the doctor's gonna be like, how'd you break your toe? And I'm gonna be like, I tried to pop it. I don't know, my dad did it to me when I was really little. Doctor, doctor, can we get a psych eval in here? Stat. He said his father liked to used to pull his toes until they popped. Next town. Oh. Well, sixth place is better than nothing. I really need to shave, and I don't think it's gonna happen again today. I really need to, but you know, if I have to be at work by 6, and I rot in the bed until 7, 7:30ish, and then I shave, and then it's 8, and then I don't get there until like 8:30. You know, it's just like, I might as well not even go. Why would I shave now? I'm not shaving right now. What happened to your face, Trevor? I decided to shive at 9:20 this morning. 3 beers deep. But it was only 3 beers. Yeah, well, on the back of the can it says that one of these is for like actually it does say serving facts. Serving size is 5 fluid ounces at 4 3/4 servings per container. This beer is for 4 people, Kim. I drank 3 of these. Thank you. That noise is definitely appropriate. Like, what are you drinking, sir? Shit. I will say that that Mexican lady is really cool. Cause there's one day that I like went in there and I was like just yawning. She's like, Um, I don't know what she said, but like her body language about how she was trying to say what she was saying was like, I thought she was asking me if I was tired. Okay. And I was like, yes. And I did like, like the pillow thing, like with my hands, like, like you're praying, but like I was like, sleepy. It's like, yeah, sleepy. And it was like, she was like, why? Kinda. Like, I'm just picking up on whatever I can pick up on. And I was uh, it's like mucho cerveza. I was like, too much beer. And she's like, cerveza? Like, she points at me like, cerveza? And like, I think at that point, like, she was asking me, like, if I liked cerveza. And I was like, well, obviously, like, I wouldn't be tired from beer if I didn't like beer. I feel like that is kind of a conundrum. Like, you're tired of beer because you're tired of beer, or you're not tired of beer because you are tired from beer. You know? Anyways, she was like, I think what I picked up, she was like, I like beer too. And then, um, she's like, it's like, mucho más cerveza, mucho más cerveza. Like, I was like, I point at my head sometimes, and I'll be like, I like point at it like on my temple, and then I do like the spinny, like I like rotate my finger. So I'm like, like a headache or whatever else. I'm like, not good today. Like she's just always like, oh my god. Um, and then she's like, tequila? Question mark? And I'm like, always tequila. Oh, it's like tequila. It's like good. So she's funny. I don't even understand like who this lady is, but I was like, she'd probably be fun to party with if she still parties. I'm pretty sure she goes home to like kids and stuff. Like I'm pretty sure I've seen like her husband pick her up in like a Honda Civic at night, but he's not always there. So, um, and that's the nights that should be like, the whole steering wheel thing. And I'm like, sure, she's fucking 5 minutes away. Yeah. Like from where I live, I can literally go. Yale is the back street to like my house. I can take Yale all the way down to Chambers and go like a quarter of a mile and take a left onto Yale again because it only separates by Chambers. And then you just go up that for like a mile and a half. And she's like right there. Yeah, it's super close. And she gives me $10, dude. I was like, she's closer. She's closer to here than my last Wendy's, and I mean, gas prices right now aren't like super great, but $10 gives me like, depending on the gas station, I can either get like a little bit under a quarter tank or a little bit over a quarter tank. But the spot on quarter tank is always like the favorite, I'm like, hell yeah. But, well, no, that's a lie, because like, I don't know. Yeah, I would say the even quarter tank is probably my favorite. Because if I get over a quarter tank, I'm questioning like how much of it is actually like octane. I'm like, is it good gas or is it gonna turn my fucking oil into bubblegum? So, because that ain't good either. I'm like, yeah, we all love cheap gas unless it turns my transmission into Willy Wonka's factory of fucking horrors. I don't know how much a transmission replacement or work would be on that thing, but I don't imagine it'd be fucking cheap. So, oh my god! Where's your friend? Where's your fucking friend? I can hear him. I can hear him. Yeah. Are you out of here? Are you going back for nap number 2? Okie dokie. Well, enjoy your nap. I hope that the kitties are nice and close and cuddleable. Of course Bean's there. Bean is the dependent, and Freya's kind of the, like, she's still a mommy's girl, but, like, rebellious. Dude, I really hope she's in that little baby cart. The baby stroller. You don't have to get up. Is she? God, just give me a reason to not love that fucking cat. Did she do the... Did she chirp? No, she just looks at you like, what? God. Yeah, she's a teenage rebellious. Well, that sounds like a good cue. Anyways, good night, sleep tight, sweet dreams, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. You too. All wheels. Bye.
Enemies are dropping into the area.